Hey guys, this is Courier Crow Archery Motorcycle Adventures, and I am answering an email with this one. Let's go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you end up liking today's message. Okay, and basically, what this video is exploring, I received an email from a woman who was asking me why does it seem like she can't seem to find her person. Apparently she's done the inner work. Um, she goes out and hangs out with her friends and stuff like that. And I had made a phrase at the end of a video that I had made that said, if a flower is not blooming, you don't fix the flower, you fix the environment in which it grows. Okay, and in what that means, okay, so I'll give you a good example. And a secret guilty pleasure of mine. I like to grow things. And before you get any ideas, no. I think some of the coolest things I've grown have been like sunflowers and like these little purple flower things. I don't even remember what they were called. And various fruits and stuff like that. And here's the thing about that. So when you are gardening, okay, and you plant, a flower or, your whatever it is, all right, the environment in which that flower is in is a big determining factor on if it is going to grow successfully or not. All right, and then a long time ago, I had made a video where I was talking about how if you want to do certain things, then you need to surround yourself with people who are doing like-minded things. Okay, and so I know that you had mentioned that, you were going to this gym or whatever where there's like a multitude of people and it's basically just a bunch of really shitty people. That's normal, all right? Especially with all the things that are pushed on the internet, especially on guys nowadays. And it's the same with girls, all right? And I want to give you a good example of this, okay? All over social media right now, this whole idea of women's superiority is being pushed upon everyone, okay? And I'm not saying, we're not here to talk about equality or anything of the sort, but it is relative and it's important for the points that I'm going to make. Okay, now on the guy side, the things that are being pushed out into the world to them are things of like red pill and, all stuff like that, which, there's a lot of truth in both sides to what they're trying to get across to each of, the sexes and whatnot. But the problem is both of those groups are basically turning each other against each other, okay? And enough of that. We'll go ahead and get to an example, okay? So as a woman, and if we're being completely honest here, it is a lot easier for you to go out into the dating world and successfully mate than it is for men to do the same. Okay? Because in reality, women are the choosers of their partners in a majority standpoint. Okay? Now, I can prove this very easily. If you take out your phone and you go through your social media and you go to your messenger or your inbox, I guarantee you that there is a more amount of people, guys, hitting you up and trying to speak with you than there would be of a man that could be considered equally yoked as you. That's another big secret about, your person is being equally yoked. And I'll talk about that here in a minute. But it is very possible that that person that you're looking for is already there in your messages somewhere. It is very possible. I'm not saying that that is total truth or anything. I'm saying that it's very possible. And you have to remember, and this is very normal for both men and women, that First impressions are based on what you see. Okay? And that first impression, if it gets screwed up, say like you don't think somebody looks good, realistically, you're automatically going to pass on them. But the thing is, you got to remember, social media, cameras, and all that is fake. All of it is all fake. Like, for example, me, I can see myself in this camera reflection, and it makes me look way bigger than what I am. My hair also looks a lot lighter than what it actually is standing here. You know, every single person I know has told me I look completely and totally different in person than I do in pictures or video of the sort. Okay? So, the first thing that I would suggest is if the environment that you're in, aka like say the gym that you're at, is full of bad people, remember, birds of a feather flock together. So maybe the first thing you should do is maybe try to find a different gym. Okay? Next point. Looking for someone who is equally yoked. Alright? That does not mean that they make the same amount of money, drive the same kind of car, or anything of the sort. It does not mean that they make more money than you, and it does not mean that they make less money than you. Being equally yoked has nothing to do with your possessions, your image, your status on a societal ladder. That is where all of this crap that is being pushed out into the world is coming from. And that is also why relationships and marriages are on a huge downfall. Okay? Because in general, guys, you know, of course, things are different for men than they are for women, just like things are different for women than they are for men. Okay? There could be, and I know for a fact, there are plenty of men and women out here that, you know, their incomes and their possessions are on two different scales. And it is hardwired within all of us to seek the best option possible. That we tend to lose sight that the best option is what is best for your character growth and who you are. Now, I'm not saying that there is anything wrong with, you know, wanting to find your partner physically attractive. It is important in a sense. But the world we live in today puts too much emphasis on it. Alright, and I'll give you an example. When I was married, alright, in fact, I'm not going to say my ex-wife's name, but I can tell you this right now. If you get on social media and you were to look her up and you see her, let's just say a lot of men want her and want to be with her. But I'm going to tell you this much. I lived with her. You know what I got? Abuse. Problems. When she woke up in the morning, her breath was not the greatest. When she didn't have her makeup on, she was not the greatest. Okay? So, take that into consideration. Because at that point, what you're looking for is you want someone to love you for who you are, not who they can make you become, or not for who they, not that image. It is very, 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 very important to understand. Alright, so, again, keep in mind that you as a female have honestly more power in the dating market than we as men do. And I'm not, you know, saying anything wrong or bad. I'm sure somebody out there is going to hear that and then they're going to get mad and in their feelings and whatever, that's fine. That's their issue, not mine. But the other point that I'm trying to make is you were needing someone to make a video about that. Which means that there's still like that little missing piece. Trust me. I get it. I do. I get it. You know, you want to know what one of my favorite things to do is? When I get home and when the sun goes down, I have a cot that I have, honestly, that I was using for a little bit because, again, you know, I went from nothing. All right. But now I have it as like, if one of my friends wants to come over and crash out or whatever, then I can put it up in one of the spare bedrooms and boom, done. But I like to take that cot and I like to go outside and put it on my back porch. And when all the stars are in the sky, I will sit there and I'll lay there and I'll think to myself for a long time. You know, all of the thoughts that I have, ideas for videos, contemplating questions of the universe. I mean, you name it, it's running through my head. Okay, and realistically, what I would want is to find someone that wants to do stuff like that. Okay. And of course, you know, all the fun. I'm a guy. I mean, come on. I think we can all, you know, understand. But the thing is, you can't become like I did. And you can't put up, like I said, you can't put up this wall where you're automatically disqualifying people before you even really know them. Because honestly, that's kind of a red flag within yourself. You know, I'm notoriously guilty for that. And now, over the course of time, and especially when I'm about to go through this MRT book again, I'm really going to look into these things. Because like I said, I've been having a lot of dreams recently that I feel like somebody or something is trying to get my attention. And to be honest, I kind of think I know who it is, but, you know, I can't prove that. And that is not... I still have the issue where it's like, I don't need to go chasing that. You know what I'm saying? It's more along the lines of, I feel like I need to do more work to where it ends up coming to me. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off with that. I really hope that, you know, you think about some of the things that I've said. And if you need more questions or help or anything like that, then just let me know. You know I'll answer you. I always do. But again, I love you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell notification. Peace.